powers and exponents. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about powers, basically. Okay? A power, I'm going to give you an example of a power. A power would be like 2 to the 4th power. Okay? So in this, we're going to label and look at some vocabulary. What is the 2 called? The 2 is called the what? The base. Very good. So this is the base. What is this little 4 called? What do we call that little thing? Lacey? Okay. May?
Exponent.
Okay, good. We call this the exponent. The exponent. And what does the exponent tell us to do? What is the exponent telling us? Audrey?
Multiply 2 4 times.
So it's telling us how many times to multiply the... Good. So, tells how many times to multiply the base. And what is the base? The base is the... I'll just help you out. The base is the factor that we are multiplying. So if I was to write this out, what would this look like? We call this expanded form. So this is going to be the expanded form. What is the expanded, and actually there's another term for it too. Expanded or factor form. What would this expanded or factor form look like here? What would the expanded or factor form look like?
2 times 2 times 2 times 2.
Good. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And why did you choose to do it that many times?
Because there's 4 as the exponent, so and it's 2 4 times.
Good. The exponent tells us to do it 4 times, so I write it down 4 times. Okay? So on any assignment, on any test, anytime that someone asks you what is the factor or expanded form, you actually want to write it out as a multiplication problem. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. What do you think the biggest mistake people make when they do these is? What do you think the most common mistake is?
Count by 2.
They count by 2s. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Or what do you think, what else? When they look at this right here, what do you think they do? Orville?
They add another digit, like if there's 2, if it starts out as 2, they'll make it go to 20.
Okay, maybe sometimes. There's one that happens way more often than any of the others. Audrey?
They just multiply 4 times 2.
Yeah, they do 4 times 2 or 2 times 4, and they say that the answer is 8. Is the answer to this problem 8?
No.
No, so if I told you to actually solve it, or I said to evaluate the power, which means to solve, evaluate means we go 2 times 2 is what?
4.
4. I'm going to do it this way. What's 2 times 2?
4.
4. What's 4 times 4?
8.
So my answer is 16. Even when we were just doing that, I heard someone say 8, all right? So you have to be careful. It's multiplication all the way across. All right? Let's do a couple more quick examples. I'll make this one basic. If my my base, so this says the base column, and this is the exponent. If my base is 3, my exponent is 2, how would I write this as a power? My base is 3, my exponent is 2. What is my power? 3 to the 3 to the second power. And there's actually another way we can say that. Does anybody know what we say when we have an exponent of 2? Shortcut. We could say that this is 3 squared. Okay? 3 squared. How do you find the area of a square? You take length times, so 3 squared. If it was a square, it'd be 3 times 3. Does that make sense? Okay, 3 times 3, 3 squared. So if I said to evaluate, actually no, if I go, what is the factor form? What's the factor form for this? How about I write it out in factor form? How many times do we do it? The 2 tells me to do it how many times? 2, so someone tell me, what's this going to be? Jennifer, what would it be? Huh?
6.
No, what's my base? 3, so how many times am I going to multiply the 3? How many times do I do it?
2.
I do it 2 times, so say it again. 3 times 3, good. And then what is my answer?
9.
Okay, so this would equal 9. Okay, I'm going to make this a little trickier. What if I had an answer of 8? Okay, stay with me. Answer of 8, and my base is 2. I have an answer of 8, and my base is 2. You need to ask yourself, how many times do I multiply this by itself to get to 8? So what would my exponent be? Hold it. Okay, we just did 2 to the 4th power earlier. What did we get? What's 2 times 2? 4. Is that enough? So do it again. 2 times 2 times 2.
8.
So 4 times 2 is 8. So what is my exponent going to be? It's going to be 3. What would my power be? Put it together. 2 to the 3rd power, and I like that. Josh just said the shortcut for when it's to the 3rd power. You could say 2 to the 3rd power, or when it's to the 3rd power, you could say that it is cubed. Cubed. How do you find the volume of a cube? Length times width times height. And if it's a cube, aren't all sides the same? So it'd be 2 times 2 times 2, which is my
Factor
form. 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? All right, I'm going to give you this power. Help me figure out the rest. Let's go 5 cubed. So 5 to the 3rd power. Lacey, if I have 5 to the 3rd power, what's my base? What's my base? Look here, my base is 3. My base here is 2. So what's my base here? 5. Very good. Someone help me. What is my exponent? If my base is 5, what's my exponent? Michael?
3.
Good. What would my factor form be? How would I write this out in factor form? Hold it.
5 times 5.
Very good. 5 times 5 times 5. And if I told you to evaluate that power, what is 5 times 5 times 5? What's 5 times 5? People get this wrong all the time. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 equals 125. So what operation are we using when we talk about powers? What operation? Are we adding? What are we doing? Good, we're multiplying. So when we do powers, we're multiplying. All right, thanks, Michael.